Hello everyone, in today's video, I'll show you how to create this adorable bear staring into a bright star in Procreate. We will paint together and I will guide you by sharing my favorite techniques to bring this beautiful bear to life. Take a moment to get comfortable, relax, and let's get started. All the brushes and canvases I'm using can be found in the description below. You can also download the free sketch and color palettes there as well. For today's demonstration, I'll be using Rough Groove Texture Canvas, but you can use any canvas you like. As you can see, I have already imported my sketch underneath the watercolor texture canvas effect. And we're going to have a new layer underneath the sketch to put all the colors there. And to make things easier for you to follow along, I have created the color palettes for the exact colors to use for this painting. And we'll start with this tone color, a dark brown tone color, keeping the size and opacity at 100%. And we're going to focus on the bear, on the larger parts of the areas, and we're going to move slowly into the smaller details like the hat, the stars, and the paws. And I've determined the light source is coming from the bright star from the top left, so darker shadows and values are going to be on the right bottom. And that's where we'll start with the bear, on the dark right side. So follow along and go along the right side just like this. And don't forget the little tail on the back. And to separate the shapes, we're going to put some darker tones between the hip and the legs. This creates almost like a shadow line so the viewer can see the curve of the body. We're going to create a new layer and pick the second tone color that is a bit lighter brown. And then we're going to put a second tone color layer like this. Again, we're going to create some more depth in the center between the arms of the bear, just like this. And the legs with a darker tone color. Because we're going to put a lighter tone, it will have nicer values and a clean separation from the shadows to a gentler light areas. Again, create a new layer, and we're going to put this light tone color now. It might look a bit messy right now, but trust the process. It's completely normal to feel a little bit loose and unclear during this process. We're going to add layers first and give the painting time to connect on its own. It will start coming together once we blend them and slowly unfold on itself. Before we move on, I want to add the red tone colors of the hat. So we're going to pick this red tone color and follow on the lines just like this. Christmas can be a wonderful time to celebrate, but it can also be very stressful. That's why it's important to take a moment to relax and create something to help you reconnect, breathe, and slow down a little bit. Now we're going to pick this darker tone color and focus on the bottom piece of the hat just like this, creating more value and depth. Now we're going to create a new layer, and we're going to pick this light gray tone color, and we're going to paint just like this. And now we're going to create a new layer again and pick a darker tone of that gray. Put a secondary value tone color just like this on the right side. And don't forget the white pom-pom in the back of the hat. And now we're going to start blending the colors together. We're going to pinch our two fingers together and combine the layers like this. So we're going to combine the brown of the bear. Now we're going to pick the moving blender and keeping the size to around 30%. And we're going to go along just like this, wiggling around, focusing on two-tone colors. This will allow us to have a much cleaner effect, less smudging involved between all the three colors. And make sure we select that layer that we want to blend, just like the hat, and we're going to do the same thing. Now we'll focus on the nose and the details of the eye. Create a new layer. So we're going to pick this black tone color and pick the fine line brush, keeping the opacity to around 50% and size to around 30%. By reducing the opacity, we're making it a bit less harsh on the nose and the eyes, allowing it to be slightly opaque. And also the eyes, leaving a small area at the top for the light to have a reflection of the eye. And we're going to pick a light tone color of white, and we're going to put some light reflections on the top of the nose and the eye. Now we're going to simply paint the star by creating a new layer and pick this yellow tone color and use the wet on dry brush and filling in the star like this. Now on to create some watercolor stain look by creating a new layer. Reduce the opacity to around 70%, and we're going to make it almost like a 3D effect, focusing on the edges and bringing some of the corners together. Now before we move on, I want to paint the paws of the bear using this smooth brush. We're going to pick the light pink tone color and just filling in the paws of the drawings like this, keeping the size to around 30 to 40%. The pink paws stands out beautifully against the brown fur, adds a cute, charm personality with a slight focal detail that makes the character even more fun and alive. And now we're going to create some watercolor stain effects. So we're going to create a new layer and pick this dark brown tone color. Use the wet on dry brush, but we're going to reduce the opacity to around 40%. And we're going to focus on the areas where we put the darker tone colors initially. But with this reduced opacity, we create more of a hard edge effect, having a bit more opaque on the inside of the painting. Focusing on the back just like this. And one of the reasons why I really enjoy using the watercolor brushes allows you to be more creative and more fluid with the brushes. Because sometimes we think about creativity and we think about control, but it's about releasing the control. When you loosen the need for control, you create space for discovery and uniqueness to your painting, allowing the unexpected to show something new and different. And we'll do the same thing with adding the corners of the belly where the hip joints connect like this. And then we're going to move on with the mid-tone color of the brow, going in a little bit more deeper, closer to the areas on the lighter side of the beard. During this process, if you ever feel some frustration, remember to take a breath and step back for a moment and clear your mind for a bit. Because painting may feel like a problem to solve, but it's more like a space to explore, allowing yourself to simply enjoy the process and be in the present moment. And we're going to make sure to add some of that mid-tone color around the face and under the nose, just like this. And we're going to do the same thing by picking a red darker tone color and creating some watercolor stain looks on the corner where the areas where we put the darker tones areas, just like this. As you can see, I'm not very structured in this process. I'm just letting it flow the way I feel like things should flow, where darker areas should be in that area and where the light tones are. It may not look ultra realistic, but that's not our goal today. Our goal is to focus on what we can do with the main foundation, and we go off of that creativity. And same thing, we're going to pick a darker tone of that pink for the paws, darker tone around the corners just like this. Now we're going to create a new layer on top of all the layers that we have, and we're going to create some line wash style with the darker tone color with the black, and we're going to use the marker brush, keeping the size to around 5%, and all we're doing is some outline work just like this, some lines sticking out from the fluffiness, and then going along the lines of the bear like this, breaking the lines slightly like this to create some character. And as you can see, we can also flare out a little bit to make the bear a little bit more fluffier without doing too much of the details. Think of it, the lines as just supporting the bear outlines, and we're allowing the viewer to fill in the gaps. I know a lot of you ask me, how do I make the lines look perfect? Trying to figure out where to put the lines that break with a little bit of squiggles and the lines sticking out to make the fur a little bit more fluffier. And my answer to that is, stop trying to make it perfect. Lines look the best when they're relaxed and you're confident with what the flow is coming to. Perfection makes them stiff. Just take a breath and loosen your hand and let the lines move naturally. This is where the character builds and gains itself, becomes expressive, and it becomes alive. We're not looking for flawless lines, we're looking for honest lines. And this is a perfect example of looking at things in the scale of things. When you zoom in a small area like the tail, you're wondering, I wish I could do this or that. But in the big picture, the tail is just a small portion of the bear. When you zoom out, everything works out together and holds it together. Just like the corners here, we're going to create some folds like this. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just shows the fundamental things that we want the viewer to see, that there is a slight fold. And without doing too much, we're going to add some fur details. We're going to add stripes inside the bear like this. And also don't forget to creating the lines of the star. And we want to create some lines to wrap the bear with some Christmas lights. And I really enjoyed illustrating this bear because it represents our goal. Wrapped around the Christmas lights, almost like it's entangled with all the things that we're juggling with. Yet, we still choose to pause for a moment and look at the beautiful things of life. Just like a star, it's a simple reminder when life feels a bit busy and messy, we can still always find time to take a moment to lift our eyes up, breathe, and notice something beautiful right in front of our face. Creating some of the light bulbs, just a simple oval shaped around the strings. And we're actually going to use one of the brushes that comes along with Procreate called the light pen. And we're going to pick this yellow tone color that we use for the star and fill it in just like this. And to create this beautiful shooting star and go along the lines just like this. And now we're going to create some shadows. Since we created some light, we're going to create a new layer and put it at the most bottom layer. We're going to pick this dark blue tone color. Use the wet on dry brush. We're going to reduce the opacity to around 30 to 40%, just like this. And we're going to create some shadows on the right side of the bear just like this, with a little blob over the tail. And we're going to add a secondary layer of that dark tone. And there we have it, a beautiful bear staring into the stars wrapped around Christmas lights. If you enjoyed this tutorial and want to continue painting with me, I have tons of other videos for you to follow along. So click on the next video and I'll see you there.